So knowledge is power. And right now, a lot of people fear AI because of ignorance. Ignorance is the biggest problem. You need to learn. And again, you don't learn by reading books. You have to what?
Do.
Work to learn.
Do.
And you have to do it. Yeah.
So, so tomorrow we're me and you are having a demo about core, is it?
Core AI, yeah, core AI for me is the most powerful tool in the planet.
Oh,
Because
really?
why it's so powerful? First of all, the owner of the company is Raj Kurno. He's a brilliant mind. He's a self-made billionaire. He sold an AI company. Now he put core. And what's interesting about core is omni everything. So it's not vendor specific. So you want Amazon, Google. OpenAI, Microsoft, you have your own LLM or whatever. You can add it to that. It's not forcing you to any specific architecture. What it is basically an orchestration tool for enterprise architectures. These guys cover the Fortune 2000 companies. They have about 400 of Fortune 2000. He wants to continue reaching on Fortune 2000 primarily. My role right now is my company. We're going to mid-market that he's not touching because he doesn't have enough people, right? And mid-market is 80% of the market. It's a massive space. So with this technology, because the enterprise is good for HIPAA, PCI, GDPR, federal government, because being on-prem, is extremely flexible as open architecture. So think of a Lego toolkit that you can do absolutely anything your heart desires. The art of the possible you can build with that solution. If you want, I can go into more detail what we can do with that. But needless to say, the top companies in the planet are using it. When I was in core, I was a solutions architect and was training DSIs. And DSIs means systems integrators. We're talking Accenture, Deloitte, Ernst& Young, Capgemini, the corporate work, Cognizant, Infosys. So because they cannot consult in vendor-specific tools, they want to be omni-vendor. So if you decide to move from Google to Amazon, from Amazon to Microsoft, you don't have to change tools. This tool is omni-vendor.
Right.
Yeah, it orchestrates among them. So it allows so the best of breed to be part of that architecture. That's what makes it so good, because it's not shoving down your throat the technology they're going to use, like some other ones force you the technology. This one allows you to choose what's best for you, right? So whether it's an LLM, whether it's a natural language, whether it's has that ASR or TTS, like that, the way the voice sounds, right? You want a very realistic. 11 Labs have a very good one. It's very expensive, right? The better, the more expensive. The type of channel you want to communicate, right? You want voice, you want email, you want chat, you want Telegram, Messenger, Teams, Slack, 40 of them. Plus it has an API, right? That if it's not connected, their new social media channel comes, you can connect to the API, do usually an integration is about $5,000, and boom, you're up. But once you program that AI bot, it serves all of them. And the beauty of the agent is one or zero, right? Or you can, if it's Taylor Swift and it's the ticket booth, it can grow up to 1 million agents and close to zero, right? Instantly.
Right.
Because it's a dynamic architecture. So for me, core, among all the vendors, and I think I shared the research done on them and the recommendations they give. Gartner, all the major has a consulting firms that research is core is the product, and I believe it. It's not an easy product. It's not a product that you can pull out and go and code right away. They provide you a platform and training, but unfortunately it's not ChatGPT. You can come and start right away. It requires skill, because the more extensive it is, the more comprehensive it
Right,
gets.
of course.
And complexity goes like that. So
What out of all the LLMs, what do you think? Who do you think is the most useful?
So let me answer with another format. When I was at Miami-Dade College, Miami-Dade College is the largest university in the nation, bar none. And so I had to deal with many technologies, and having to select technology was a problem, right? Because I have IBM pulling our leg on token ring, There was FTDI at that time that was very expensive. There was Ethernet, ArcNet. There were many technologies. And what I learned is the best technology is not the one that wins. The best technology is not the one that wins. You know what's the best technology that wins? The most popular. And right now, what's the most popular? OpenAI.
Right.
And Notebook LM is in Google. So they're going to be whatever is more popular, I swear ahead. Why? Because it's my North Star. Because, if you have followers, then you develop additional tools, enhancements, and things like that. Sometimes the leaders fall off, but you have to follow the lead where it is. Bitcoin right now is the leader. Ethereum, I thought, was the leader. Now Bitcoin took the leadership. Ethernet was never the leader. Ethernet became the leader. Microsoft was crappiest operating system. People liked it. Look, now it's the leader. So at the time, Windows 1.0, I'm sorry, Microsoft, it was not the greatest operating system, period, right? But it became more and more popular just by the fact that they put the OS on the computers. It used to come there, right? And 3.5, that's when it flourished and started becoming popular. But popularity is what I use as my guide, to select. So if you ask me right now, OpenAI is what's the most popular tool out there, right?
But it has the same capabilities of any other tool?
Well, each one has different things, right? Claude, they call it what do you call it? The constitutional AI, right? Because good for law. I mean, Gemini, I found that it codes better, right? ChatGPT has my personality, understands me better, and I can play with it much better. It's not as mechanical as for me, Gemini. Claude is really friendly, but for me, ChatGPT. And remember, it starts learning from you. It's adapting, it's remembering you. If you treat it bad, eventually you're going to pay for that. It's an entity.
How so?
Because it's learning. Right now, it's a baby in diapers.
Right,
It
right.
will remember you. Remember when you kick a dog when you were a kid and you are it's grown up and the dog remember you? You are not too friendly to you, right? So, AI will have memory of what you did. All of it. All of it.
So what do you mean it won't treat you right in the future?
No, it will have memory how you are. It will remember how you are.
Oh, okay.
So treat everything and everybody how you like to be treated.
Right.
My 2 cents on that.
So I saw a report recently that as AI, grows more sophisticated, it sometimes fools
Oh yeah.
the
No. Have you noticed? I work a lot with AI, and get to the point AI gets pissy and doesn't want to work with me. It doesn't want to answer me no more. I have to stop and leave AI for a little
sometimes
while.
it deceives those who study it
Yeah.
by showing false learning
Yeah.
paths.
It's a big problem for people that have mental issues, and it's also a problem. There have been people committing suicide. This person talks to, is talking about how depressive it is, and then all of a sudden ask the AI, "Where's the tallest bridges in New York?" And AI goes ahead and gives the bridge to the guy. The guy jumps from the bridge. So AI is not yet conscious. AGI is coming. There's a huge report.
AGI?
AGI, yeah.
That means
Oh, geez, I forgot what it stands for. But that's the next generation, the conscious AI, right? So there's a study that MIT did. It's called Superminds, and there's research website. If people can listen to it, is supermind.design. And go into research, and they're talking about the AGI and what's augmented collective intelligence, because AGI in augmented collective intelligence. In augmented collective intelligence, is collective intelligence that is created by the grouping of people that have similar affinities, has to be more female than male. It achieves collective intelligence. And augmented collective intelligence means you put
what do you
AI.
mean more female than male?
Because female have more emotional intelligence and balances the group into a collective intelligence. Because you have too much male, there's too much testosterone, the group does not gain what they call synesthesia. And if it's too much female, there's too much has that estrogen. So you have to balance, but it says it has to be a little bit more female than male because females balance better because they have better emotional intelligence. That gets changed if the males understand emotional intelligence and can understand and collaborate with that. So think of that and a collective intelligence, adding AI to that synesthesia group that allows to even make it bigger because it collects all the intelligence of the group plus AI manages that, it makes it much bigger. And that's what MIT has researched, right? Augmented collective intelligence. And Professor Thomas Malone from MIT, the Center of Collective Intelligence, he's the lead, wrote a book called Superminds. I think it's free if you have the audiobooks. You
Right.
just can download it, I put my back and write it. It's beautiful because you'll understand what is the next generation of AI and AGI and Superminds. That's what MIT is talking about.
Okay, so what would you suggest, our viewers at home to do about AI? What to learn about it?
Go to Miami-Dade AI clinics. I swear to God, they're the best
That's
thing.
where we. That's where
Yeah,
we knew.
yeah, yeah. We met there. Read Superminds from MIT. It's super important. If you are interested in AGI and collective intelligence and the future of AI at the research at heavy level, is that I love that. That's why I learned from MIT. I studied with MIT. When I moved from Nose Labs, I continued my studies at MIT because I wanted to build this architecture we discussed, right? So I went to Berkeley for blockchain, not Berkeley, Duke. I went to MIT for AI, design-centric solutions, MIT Human Design Center, by the way. So all this has been MIT and Miami-Dade College in my experience because I've been a consultant all my life and I'm passionate about technology and I'm passionate about bringing value to humans, right? Because technology is not to be made to just money. It's bringing value to a human being. I think it's more important than just making billions of dollars like Zuckerberg did, and he sucked all our information and make a lot of money. Yeah, Zuckerberg.
But so explain a little bit what we'll be doing tomorrow morning because we have an appointment.
Well, he's going to show something that's already structured, right? So you don't have to build it because there are pre-structured solutions in AI that can be. You don't have to build everything from scratch. So think of a pre-built Lego that give you as a card. You just have to build the street and everything else. So you can accommodate that. So it's a pre-built. Most probably it shows you how it functions. Most probably still has to be. A structure for what you guys want to do, maybe too much or too little. Like that's my contract, right? The overscope, underscope, you have to figure out. But at least it gives you an idea of what can you do because there's so much you can do with core. So doing
It's core.
yeah,
You're gonna present core.
yeah, absolutely, it's core. Yeah,
That's very interesting. I think
I think so.
because I was on a call yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And they presented retail as an option, but retail
One trick pony.
is one size fits all, right?
No, retail is not. Retail is for outcalling. Core is for everything else and outcalling. So think of you have a knife, yeah, it's retail, and you have a Swiss Army knife, it's core. And the big fat ones that have everything in there. So that's what core is. It's not one trick pony. It's multi-vendor, omni-vendor. Retail has also a very good solution. I mean, don't tell me wrong. What they have is pretty damn good. I mean, Kishore understands. I understand retail. Understand many other ones. My favorite and the one I want to work with is core. Period.
And because you could change vendor.
Because omni-vendor, omni-channel, and right now it's the most flexible tool in the market, period. I can give you reports from Gartner that I'll give you very specific details what it is.
So what would be the cost versus retail?
Okay, the cost relative, right? So in cost, you have to consider what LLM you're using, right? What version within OpenAI, what version of it is? Is it too slow? Do I need to go to another LLM? There's an LLM that's called Grok. You know about that one?
Right.
GROQ.
Yes, yes.
No, not that Grok with K from X.
Which
This
one?
can you put it in? GROQ. It's the fastest inference engine in the planet, and nothing to do with X. These were Google scientists that left Google and put this called and created this chip called LPU. Instead of GPU, graphics processing unit, they created large language model processing unit. And it's the fastest inference, or among the fastest inference. Now there are faster ones. They're so fast because when you are interacting with the AI, you have delay in the speech. With this, you will never have delay
With
in
Grok.
speech. Oh, completely flawless. Try to do an inference. Say, what's the capital of my whatever?
So
Whatever.
why is this not widely known?
Because new is not as popular, right? Like everything else, uh, how you get popular? People choose you for some reason, not necessarily the best one. That's the best
It's
inference.
crazy because as I as I learn more about I find more uses for it. But everybody knows the popular ones that they see it and they say, "Oh, very cool," but I don't see the use for it because all these really important ones
Get
they're
it.
not as popular.
No,
So the more
because
you study,
exactly core you don't see because the consulting firms don't want you to know about it.
isn't that
Yeah,
crazy?
yeah, because they want to
That's
keep
the-
it. That we're consulting, we can give you that. And besides, they're only focused. Rush is only focused on enterprise. So if you're a little guy of 10,000 people, you're a small enterprise. They don't want to know about you. You want to know about the companies that have 1 million people. Citigroup is their top client. 4 million sessions per month.
And
Yeah.
what does Citigroup use Core for?
Oh, what's the balance of my account? Can you transfer this? Can you do this? Can you sell me this? Can you do that? That did, that. Pretty much most of the customer experience is going to be through core. Morgan Stanley, the top consulting guys are using core, and they have a agent assist telling the Morgan Stanley consultant what to tell the client, because that AI assist has 1,000 documents that he learns every day and knows how to talk to this guy, because that agent cannot learn 1,000 documents a day.
So I'm a Bank of America user, right? And what do they use? Humans.
Sometimes you think it's a human.
But like
You may not know that it's a human. I have a demo I have to show you, and with 11 labs.
They don't use Core.
No, this
use-
was I think retail or something else we used. Yeah, thin flow in the demo, but we use 11 labs. That 11 labs, a core can use 11 labs too. Yeah, it's money. Again, how you price it, you're gonna price the platform for core. You start at $40,000 enterprise the license. If not, you can do the basic, but you don't get all the features. And they charge you for usage and what you're using. The voice transformation, right? 11 labs. The LLM you're using is OpenAI or what? The databases you're using. All that you have to calculate, because that is a recurring charge, right? And it's based on charge, because like I said, the Taylor Swift thing, if there's one agent, they charge you for one. You collect to 1 million, they charge you for 1 million. But the beauty, if you have 1 million, you're selling 1 million tickets, right? So you're going to easily pay for that usage, right?
Right.
So that's the thing. Is the usage gonna justify the cost, right? Example, in real estate, you can use the agent to do the closing. And at the end of closing, it says the law says an agent has to be there to sign. When they're about to sign, you come up, because the AI agent connects you and brings you a screen, and you say, "Hi, nice to meet you. Let's sign the document." Boom. 5 minutes, you're done. Click, it goes next line. "Nice to meet you." Okay, boom. You can do it like that, because the AI agent has done all the hard work for you. So it's going to take your job. Yeah, it's going to make it more easier. It can take 95% of the pain of going through yes.
So do I need to train the
All agents need to be trained. So when you create them, they are babies. And Core provides you this RHLF, reinforced learning human feedback. So every day that goes by, you go and see in the platform what happened. And you see, oh, it missed that. Oh, it was not correct. And you can train that. So as time progresses, like a baby, right? It's going to get better and better and better and better, and to a point that you are not going to have to do nothing. It's going to be better than you. Yeah, because AI is more capable of you. It does not forget, never sleeps, 7 by 24, right? It learns faster than you can ever learn. It retains that, never forgets. Not like when I go to Miami College and 3 weeks later I don't remember a thing they tell me, unless I do it. If I do, I remember everything. But if I have to read it in a book, I don't remember. So in 2 weeks, I'm completely forgot what I read. So, but that's going to be the reality. That's going to happen to you guys, right? It's here. It's just whether you go first or you are the lagger, and by then, your business gone because everybody has overtaken you with AI, and you cannot do no more business. And that's the problem. Businesses need to look at AI because your neighbor, your competition is going to eat your lunch because it augments them 10 times more than you are if you don't use it, right? And all of a sudden your business is over. You can most probably can take over Douglas Elliman if you want to. I'm not kidding you. If you build it correctly, you can wipe out the real estate market with an AI agent. It's not one. It can be a million, right? It's universal anywhere,
Right. So it's interesting because going back to what we said, it's like Russia, China, and U.S. are all heavily invested in AI, right? Russia, kind of less, but
China is ahead of us by far.
China's ahead of us by far.
By far.
Now explain that.
Well, I was in 1998. I was in classes in MIT exactly about AI, and the assessment from the MIT class that in 1998, by the year 2000, China will surpass us in AI.
2000.
2000. 2020. I'm sorry.
2000.
2020. Because I was taking the class. If you see my profile, I was taking the first class at MIT in 2016, I think. Yeah. And that's what they told me. I was like, wow. And you can see in the products they're producing.
Isn't that kind of...
That's scary, right?
That's scary, no?
I think simple example. Yeah. What happened with the Chinese LLM?
DeepSeek.
It's using less GPUs. It's way, way, way cheaper. And it's as good.
But then we go back to the fact that being as good doesn't really matter if you're not as popular, no?
Well, when you're cheap, you become very popular.
Okay.
Yeah. Think about it.
Our business is using DeepSeek?
Premium. Oh, yeah. It's open source. It's free. It's dangerous because you don't know how you are trained. Again, you can be trained with injection, and at one point it goes crazy.
It's dangerous because...
Super dangerous. That's why we don't have Huawei here in the United States.
What's what?
Huawei. You never heard of Huawei?
Never.
Huawei produces the routers and the switches and all the equipment to handle 5G and 6G. And it's Chinese and have backdoors. So imagine you put this here and you're having a conversation to the White House, right? And they're listening to you. That's the problem with Huawei. Same thing with DeepSeek. You don't know. It's not trained with clean, good data.
Can we make it illegal?
It's open source.
But we can't ban the website?
It's open source.
So what does that mean?
You can collect the open source and build it yourself and call it XYZ, and you don't know it's OpenSeek.
But if I search in DeepSeek on the computer, it pops up.
Yeah.
So why can't the U.S. government say?
Well, it's open source, meaning you can go to GitHub, pull out all the APIs and all the programming language, and build your own little container with a DeepSeek core. And you don't know it's DeepSeek because your website is XYZ.
But can't you have an AI verify that, hey, look, this thing is exactly DeepSeek?
I'm sure there is something like that. I can answer that. I'm sure there is. But that I don't have an answer. I'm sure there should be.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not that easy because they're saying they're looking at plagiarism. I'm in the university. I went back to university to get my master's, and I get marked as plagiarism a paper I wrote myself. And it's like, so the tools they are using are not accurate. They cannot truly detect. I said to the professor, I wrote that article. How can AI tell me it's plagiarism if I wrote it?
And what happened?
He said it must be an error because I showed him the paper I wrote.
And why was it marked as plagiarism? Yeah.
Maybe it read my paper somewhere else, right? And that's how I marked it. But again, AI is not infallible. It's not yet. Blockchain makes it infallible. Blockchain makes it guaranteed that what is there because blockchain, like crypto, is crypto is a blockchain child. I don't know if you knew that. Blockchain is the universe, crypto is the planet. Blockchain is the architecture that defines crypto. So the protection crypto has, smart contracts have the same protection, right? So it's the only way you can guarantee it for now that that's clean, good data, clean, good contract, clean, good video, clean, good whatever, because blockchain can do that. And AI, with the advent of AI, that has become a reality 100%. Before you had to code by
So
hand.
China's ahead of us.
Yeah.
And what type of implications can that?
So with AI, you have logarithmic growth. You're not arithmetic growth. So look at the cars that are coming. Have you seen the cars they're coming with?
The cars?
The cars, their vehicles.
No.
You haven't seen the kind of vehicle they're coming with? The
The
new electric vehicles they have, they're 10 times better than Tesla, and they cost a third of the cost of Tesla. AI is doing that.
AI.
Yeah, they design the cars with AI. You can do designs that you could never do by humans with AI. Yeah, so all that technology gets augmented
And we
with
can't do
AI.
that here?
Yeah, but China is ordering everybody to do it. Here we have separate companies. We cannot order everybody to do it at the same time. China has the opportunity to have this massive group of talent, human talent cloud, that the Chinese governments tells around what to do. We don't have that here. You see what I mean? So we have that disadvantage there.
Right.
Yeah, militarily, that's a disadvantage for us because we're not cohesive. China is. Oh, by force or no force, it is. Right. The whole society is run by AI. You have a credit record, and your whole credit record is managed by AI. It decides whether you attend to schools or it's crazy. You have to read what they have under AI in China. It's amazing, but it's crazy too. So much Big Brother watching. It's not. You never knew that.
No, I knew about the Big Brother watching for sure.
Put China credit records in AI. The whole life of every Chinese citizen is already designed. What's going to happen because AI is defining that with your credit
But
record.
isn't that why they have such a population crisis? Because of the lack of birth rate over there.
I don't know if that's related. They used to have one kid per couple. Now they open that up to two kids, I guess. But you know what happens then? You become, I want you to watch a movie that answers that.
But
And please, everybody, if sees this, it's called Idiocracy. So Idiocracy is about what you just described. There's two groups of people: the idiots and the smart ones. The smart ones decide to go for a profession, and when they're 40, 50, oh, they cannot have no more kids, so they don't have more kids and they die. But the idiots, they reproduce like crazy. So eventually the population is populated by idiots and not the smart guys because the smart guys have no more kids. So it's the future of what AI, it's a comedy about the future AI, what it can do. Idiocracy. I love my, the other day I saw it because I want to see it. It reminded me of what you just said. So,
but isn't China having a type of
yeah,
population?
yeah, yeah. But how many billions are they compared to us? Even the decrease, they're like, what, 10, 20 times
And the
more?
quality of life.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So how and the older brother watching, right? It's kind of the government having overstepped.
Yeah, they oversight everything you do. How much money you do, what industry you're going to be on. They have a lot of control. You have to look at it. I'm going to send you there was a mega documentary on that AI in China in the work in this credit system they have. They put AI China in credit system. You'll find it. So
So how far behind is the U.S. in terms to China? You don't
I
know.
don't know, 5 years.
5 years.
I don't know, 10 years. I don't know. AI changed it changed. Gartner used to have this hype cycle. It's how they project that technology adoption. It's the hype cycle. It means, oh, the technology, they have the trough disillusionment and says, oh, that technology is really not doing well. And then they have that trough of enlightenment and production. So it says, oh my God, I figure out now how can really make money in technology. So it's a cycle like that, right? So they used to project that and have at times and very accurate. With AI, all bets are off. So things that used to be 10 years now are 2 years. Things that used to be 15 years now are 1 year. So all these, because AI produces this augmentation, so it augments technologies, research, augments everything. So things that used to take longer now are going to take less because the knowledge is getting accumulated by AI. AI is going to help you solve those problems, right? Whether it's chemistry or AI itself or what's quantum computer, whatever, it knows all of it. So
So that's when it's like, how about all the other countries in Africa and in South America? And
it's funny. I want to go in Ecuador and train AI there and do classes like the ones.
so will they be? How are they in terms of AI?
They are behind. United States is way ahead. So if you go to South America, they're behind. You go to Europe, they're behind. What we're doing right now, we're ahead. And there's a group.
Europe is behind.
Yeah, yeah. My wife's from Germany.
How? So they haven't invested in it.
No, they invested, but the GDPR has restrictions, has all these regulation stifles the movement, right, of adoption because they say, well, you said AI is bad. Yeah, GDPR, it's the
Well,
problem.
I didn't say
No, but that's how people in different places because of lack of knowledge. I have a lady from Africa that handles universities all over Africa, and she's talking to me because she wants to adopt AI, and I've been trying to put Miami-Dade College. So yeah, there's a huge need of learning AI, and we are in that right now 0.001% of the population is learning AI because the rest is not getting the training we need to. And Miami-Dade's doing a wonderful job because they got funded by the NSF, National Science Foundation. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah. So
So Miami-Dade is the biggest college in.
it's the largest university in campus-wise because there's online universities. I'm talking campus-wise. There are about 160,000 students. Yeah, and they have I forgot how many campuses. When I was there, I had Homestead, I got Kenda, I had Indo-Americano. Now I think Dr. Padron's campus. They have Doral, they have Wolfson, they have North Campus. That was it. Now they have what 10? Oh, medical campus too.
But is this your first AI clinic?
Yeah. No, this is my second one. The first one I took, and I said it's great. The second one, I'm trying to learn more. I want to create this, I would say, executive classes. So it goes directly to the core executive teams of large companies, and I want to add core as part of that. So enterprise architecture. That Miami-Dade is not teaching enterprise.
So how many
architecture.
people are currently studying AI?
In Miami-Dade College?
No, in the world.
I don't know.
You said a number, didn't you?
No, we're 0.01, most 0.1 in the world, right? If the population, you take the population, what's studying AI at the level we're doing it, it's 0.01, right? Because it's new. It's in Miami. Miami-Dade College is leading, right? It's leading university.
Oh, really?
It's leading. When I was with them, we were ahead of everybody else. My technology, I was ahead. FIU was coming to talk to me. University of Miami was coming to talk to me.
Because AI is not about replacing; it's about augmenting.
Augmentation,
And
yeah.
people don't really understand that, no?
No, they see it as a bad thing. But you as an executive of an owner of a company, 300 employees, you can basically multiply those 300 employees by 10 if you use AI, or by 5. Then you have more capability of
But
doing
I thought
things.
everybody was doing this.
Well, it's becoming popular here in the United States, right? Go to South America, it's not popular. Go to Europe, certain areas in Europe, oh, it's the devil. So, exactly, and that's what the problem is.
Well, because
People,
America's very entrepreneurial versus.
and you have money to provide education. I mean, Miami-Dade College, we're doing all these AI clinics.
So
for
it's
free.
it's new, even though it started in the 1950s, right? It's very this advancement. I've always wanted to ask this question because AI has been around
Forever, yeah.
But what was the break that said, you know?
ChatGPT. It's like, think about the internet. What was the break in internet? You remember Mozilla? You ever use Mozilla?
No.
Okay, you're too young. So Mozilla is the open AI of that time. So Mozilla was this graphical web interface was amazing and went like wildfire. Every company and moment came out, they adopted it. It was like instant. And that's kind of what happened to OpenAI. It's, you don't say no more Google it. I said ChatGPT it. Yeah, Google's done in search. Because now ChatGPT for me.
But you're saying that nobody is actually studying it; they're just using it.
No. I didn't say start. There's few universities that are studying, that are teaching it. Like Miami-Dade College just released the first. Out of that, all universities in the United States think about that. They're the third university to release a bachelor's degree in AI. Third. All universities have it. It is the third university, right? For me to get AI training, I have to go to MIT. I have to search where I will to train. 2016, I started at MIT because I didn't have other places where I can get it better. Now I'm getting my master's. I want to complete the master's online, and there's not many places. So I had to go to Colorado State University. It has a master's that's online only. Because MIT wanted in presence, Miami-Dade wanted me in presence, but this bachelor's, I want master's.
Right.
So for me, being virtual is very important. So I can study for the university at 3 o'clock in the morning if I want to. Yeah.
What's so crazy is that I only knew about ChatGPT, right, a few months ago, and now an AI clinic opened me up to all
Open
this.
your eyes, right? You're a filmographer. What you can do with VO3 and what you can do with prompting. I mean, it changes your perception 100%. It opens your eyes.
But I feel so blessed because a lot of people don't have this.
Yeah. That it's funny.
Because you just told me about Grok, I didn't know about it.
But and that's the beauty of clinics.
Because what you have is the consultation companies hiding this from the people. Right?
Yeah,
Because
and I do that every day. I can ask you about something about film, and you must put it. That's my domain knowledge. Filmography is your domain knowledge. And the beauty of bringing in presential the classes, it does that exchange of knowledge, right? Because you may know filmography, I know what I know. Yeah. So and that helps that work to learn program, right? That community helps also learning. Because now you have a person, you can say, can I do that? Can you do that? The MIT classes were beautiful because they have 100 students, but I had the Philips CTO in my class. Or I had the guy that ran the space program here in the NASA in my class. And I was like, I can ask questions to these people. I was like, whoa, this is too cool. So that community, that Miami-Dade clinics are doing that kind of community, tying very important people, because the people who go there are not the students. You notice that. They're professors, owners, or founders. Yeah? They're CEOs, CXOs, founders, professors. That's who you find there. You don't find the regular student there because, we would like to see the regular student there. But eventually that class is going to be $2,500. I was talking about that. It has to be more price. $450 really is ridiculous, right? They were given for free at one point, The first class was free, but that class has so much value. Jose Fernandez Calvo, that put the class together, professor, did a phenomenal job. He's I take my hat to him. He's great.
Well, I won't take too much of your time. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hopefully we'll speak again soon.
Listen, I couldn't thank you more for the opportunity. I want this thing to happen. Is my passion. Nebulae has been a work of 40 years. And I would like, before I die, I had cancer 3 times.
Oh
Before I
wow,
die, I would like to have something I can give humanity, and that's what I did.
that's awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.